Hey, it's Stace here from Sacred Art and Story, and today I'm asking the question, what makes a spirit doll a spirit doll? And I think that a lot of people have an idea of what a spirit doll is supposed to look like, and mine, they just don't fit the bill most of the time. When people see the dolls that I've created, there's often a bit of confusion, right? Because they are thinking spirit doll. They're often thinking maybe something that's maybe a little bit more ethereal, maybe sort of wispy or wistful, something with sort of veils and things like that, as something that maybe sort of looks like it lives in the ethereal world. And for a lot of people, that's kind of where spirit lives. You know, for me, it's very, very different. I really have kind of a whole way of thinking about like how to create a doll that feels grounded and full of spirit. And in the way that I teach people, I kind of talk about it like this, right? We can create a doll that's sort of made from the outside in, or we can create a doll that's made from the inside out. So outside in is sort of when we think about the idea, the theme, maybe something's going on in our life, and we decide that we're going to create a doll that kind of is about that. And we think about what this doll should look like. We get an idea in our head. Maybe we start collecting sort of all the symbolism that should be a part of that, that tells the story. And then you go and you create the doll. There's nothing wrong with that, but there is another way to do it. And the other way is from that inside out perspective. And that's the one that I love to teach people because it's really about just starting to make something and letting something unfold, right? You start to create the armature, you make a face, you get the body put together, you move the doll in a certain way or you tilt the head in a certain way, and all of a sudden you see something in that doll, like a message starts to come through, right? And there's then this story. And then the question is, why this story? Why did that come up? Like you start creating and somehow it's like the spirit of these ideas sort of show up and the doll starts to hold it. And it would be something that I just like never would have thought of if I had been trying to do it from the outside in, like planning the like this is the thing that I'm gonna like focus on and I'm gonna create that. Instead, I'm doing it from the inside out. I'm creating something, and all of a sudden, something shows up in the room, like it's in my psychic space. And there it is. It's part my story, part the doll story. But then all of a sudden, the doll is holding that energy, like that consciousness in a sense, the spirit of all of that. And that to me is where the spirit doll, like energy, the vibe, all of it lives. Right? It's not in sort of what the doll looks like necessarily. It's what the doll holds. And the technical part, I think, is really important because you want to create a doll that's like solid and grounded to be able to hold all that energy. And that's often why it becomes confusing because people are expecting the wistful stuff. And they look at these little dolls and they're like really solid. But that's the kind of thing that I love to teach people to make. So, if you are interested in spirit dolls and you're just like captivated by all of this, I really do want to invite you to Spirit Doll Studio, which is an online workshop where we are going to be making spirit dolls from the inside out. And you don't have to be, artistic. You don't have to have any experience. I'm going to show you step by step how to make a doll that really does start to hold the energy of what shows up for you in the space as you start to create. And it's going to be magical and fun. So I hope you'll join me. I'm going to put the link below. We start on May 17th. And yeah, it's going to be really fun. So I'll see you there.